hatutaki mapenzi, pelekea bibi yako. Ambia William mapenzi pelekea nani? Sisi watu ya Narok tuko na Mwenyezi Mungu ambaye juu. Juzi bibi yako alikuwa anaomba makanisani mpaka anapiga magoti. Hata Mwenyezi Mungu amrehemu. Akiomba leo, kesho unafanya dhambi nyingine. Akiomba kesho unafanya dhambi nyingine. Kwa nini unafanyika kazi ngumu bibi yako?
Saa 1 jioni na nusu giza, mimi naambiwa na askari mmoja hapo ati kwamba ati kuna watu wameletwa usiku wanataka kufungwa pamoja na huyu mheshimiwa na wamfanyia mambo mabaya sana. They were going to sodomize him.
This is Havana Media, where we uncover what others fear to say, where leaders speak and we bring it down and break it down without fear or favor. And now, as we all know, the country is still undecided and having unanswered questions about the death of the former member of parliament, Ngong Ngeno, on a tragic plane crash just some few days back. And today, powerful revelations are emerging about the late Ngeno. From a Kenya shilling 30 million request to the president to shocking claims of danger, rescue, and political tension. But what really happened behind the scenes? That's what we want to discuss today. So let's get into it. President William Ruto has revealed how Ngong Ngeno once approached him with an urgent request. According to the president, Ngeno came to him seeking 30 million Kenyan shillings to fund Kalenjin Music Festival in Eldoret. According to Ruto's narration, he narrated that Ngeno came to meet me and told me he needed 30 million Kenyan shilling because he had Kalenjin Music Festival in Eldoret. I asked him, where will I get the 30 million Kenyan shillings in 2 days? And he told me, Bongo Emet, the phrase drawn from the Kalenjin language, signaled urgency, almost a challenge. Ruto described Ngeno as deeply committed to promoting Kalenjin artists and preserving culture through music festivals.
When I spoke with the Member of Parliament for Natembeya'S, where Ngeno was before he left, he told me they were in a wonderful mood. I think you people and all of us know that Ngeno enjoyed art. He enjoyed music. If there is one thing Ngeno bothered me with, is artists. He kept on telling me, please support me to do this with the artists. Please support me to do this with the artists. And I always was there. In fact, one single incident last December, he looked for me several times on the phone. So finally I picked his call and he said, I must see you. I told him, no, please, cannot be a must. He said, I must see you. I said, okay. So when I met him, he had organized a very big function in Eldoret. A very big function of artists. I think there was close to maybe 20,000 people. And he came to me, I think that function was on a what? A Saturday or something?
Saturday.
So he came to me on a Thursday and told me, you know what? There's going to be a very big competition and I need 20 million shillings. I told him, no, be serious. You know? And then after a while he told me, sorry, it's not 20 million, it's 30. I told him, I mean, you organize a function, there's remaining 2 days. Where do you expect me to get this money? And then he asked me in Kalenjin, kwani bongo Emet? So I had to do what I had to do. And we found the money. Because I could see the passion and the commitment that Ngeno had on developing our artists. It is again unfortunate that he lost his life coming from a function to support an artist.
And now, Trans Nzoia Governor George Natembeya also opened up about a shocking past incident. Natembeya narrated how during his tenure as Narok County Commissioner, he intervened and saved Ngeno from an alleged sodomy attempt during a tense moment. The governor described it as a dangerous and humiliating situation that could have turned tragic, but swift action prevented it. According to George Natembeya, Ngeno was controversial, Ngeno was bold, and outspoken qualities that sometimes placed him at risk.
Mimi nimekuwa kwa serikali na mara nyingi watu wanataka kukupunish but they've got no evidence. So what they do, watakuwa kule korokoroni alafu wakuitia watu. Wanasema they are fellow suspects. They bring you wale watu ambao wanaitwa hardcore criminals. Alafu mnafungiwa pale ndani the whole night. I'm not saying that's what happened to Ojwang. But wakati nilikuwa county commissioner kule Narok, kulikuwa na mjumbe mmoja wa Emurua Dikir. Bado ni mjumbe anaitwa Johana Ngeno. Ngeno alikuwa anasumbua sana. Tukitoa watu kwa Mau, anakuja analeta fujo. Siku moja akaja akapata askari wameka roadblock kwa barabara, those spikes. Alikuwa na MCA mmoja kutoka Narok South anaitwa Langat. Akachukua hizo vitu akatupa. Askari wakamshika wakamleta Narok. Wakati alifika Narok, mimi nikauliza maisisi ya yeye alikuwa anaitwa Karaoke. Huyu mheshimiwa vile amekuja hivi anashtakiwa na makosa gani? Akasema gavana, huyu jamaa tulikuwa tumemshika tupunguze ile mambo ya incitement kule. But tulikuwa tunataka kumwacha, lakini kuna watu wametoka DCI headquarters wametake over this case. Kwa hivyo yuko kwa mikono yetu tena. Kufikia around 6 kuna jamaa anaitwa Patrick Ndutu. Patrick Ndutu that time alikuwa chief administrative secretary katika ofisi ya rais. He was my boss. Akaanza kunipigia simu akisema, commissioner please, wacha mheshimiwa atoke asilale hapo ndani. And I knew they were related, maana mheshimiwa Ngeno ni kama ameoa msichana wa Ndutu. Mimi nikajaribu kuambia wa jamaa, patia mheshimiwa free bond ama cash bail, asilala hapa, aende kama utamhitaji atakuja. Jamaa akakataa. Akasema hii mikono iko kwa hii mambo iko mikono ya wakubwa. So kufikia saa 1 jioni na nusu giza, mimi naambiwa na askari mmoja hapo ati kwamba ati kuna watu wameletwa usiku wanataka kufungwa pamoja na huyu mheshimiwa na wamfanyia mambo mabaya sana. They were going to sodomize him. Wameleta jamaa atanafika pale anaambia mheshimiwa ati mbona ananuka kama mwanamke usiku. So mimi I called that sister, nikamwambia sister, this is the report I have gotten. We are the people who are in charge here. Kama ni haya maneno mtaka kufanyia mheshimiwa, I'm going to call a press conference hii and I'm going to expose you. So akasema what we do, because in amri imetoka juu, I cannot release this guy. We agreed ya kwamba we create a scenario kwamba huyu mheshimiwa akikaa hapa kuna watu wanajimobilize kuja kuvamia police station. Kwa hivyo I cannot sleep here. Tukamchukua, tukamweka kwa gari tukampeleka Nakuru. Yeye huwa analia kwamba nilipelekwa Nakuru usiku, walikuwa wanataka kuniua. But we were saving him from that humiliation and that disgrace. Because huyo mheshimiwa angefanywa mambo mabaya sana hiyo usiku. Now, huyo Ojwang kama hangekufa his story will have remained untold. Maana angefanyiwa mambo mabaya, hiyo vituko yote afanyiwe, ikifika asubuhi anawekwa kwa gari na anaambiwa ukienda kuongea tena muandike tena, we're not going to kill you. Ojwanga angeenda nyumbani, hajawahi kuongea tena, angenyamaza.
Former Deputy President also Rigathi Gachagua added another layer to that story. Gachagua revealed that Ngeno once confided in him, saying that he feared for his life. He allegedly expressed concern over political differences with Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen, saying that tensions had escalated and he was living in worry.
In Kisumu, he called me before I was hounded out of office. And he told me what William Ruto is planning, and he was very disturbed. And he felt that by Ruto doing what he intended to do, he would destabilize his own government. And I was in Kisumu, he came to see me. And once Ruto learned that he was coming to see me in Kisumu, he sent the National Intelligence Service to bag my room so that he can record the conversation between me and Ngong Ngeno. And we had a big discussion, and he told me what he was going through and the way he was being persecuted for fighting for the rights of the Kipsigis people. He told me that a plan had been hatched to remove me from office because I was also fighting for the interests of my community the way he was fighting for his community. And he told me he was opposed to it, and he felt the president would destabilize his own government, which has happened. And he said he would do whatever he needs to try to persuade him. And immediately the recording was taken to William Ruto. He was summoned, and he was thoroughly intimidated, and he was a very worried man. So when it came to the impeachment process, he came to see me and showed me messages that William Ruto had sent him, threatening him that if he doesn't impeach me, he would face dire consequences. And he was crying. He came at 2 a.m. in the morning. And I listened to him, and I told him, the die is cast. Ruto has the numbers, he has bought everybody. Even if you don't sign that impeachment, it will change nothing. Instead of endangering you and your life and your family, just go ahead and sign. He signed with a lot of tears. The same happened to Muhammad Ali, the MP for Nyari. He was also thoroughly intimidated, and he shared me with the messages Ruto was sending them from the United States. Since then, I've been talking to Ngeno, and he has been under a lot of siege from Kipchumba Murkomen and Narok County, trying to suppress his ambition to be the leader of the Kipsigis community. As late as last Sunday, we talked with Ngeno, and I told him I'll go through Bomet, and he did encourage me to go through Bomet. After I went to Bomet, I was well received. He called to thank me for articulating the challenges facing the people of Kipsigis community. We don't want to say anything, but we want to call for thorough investigations so that the truth can be known. The Kipsigis people have had many challenges. Anytime a leader has emerged to lead the community, he has faced challenges. Kipkalia Kones also died in a helicopter crash, and was a great leader of the Kipsigis community.
Gachagua did not provide further details, but said that Ngeno felt isolated and threatened. But now, these claims have sparked serious controversies in Rift Valley's political circles. Despite the dramatic narratives, leaders across the political divide agree on one thing. These leaders agree that Ngong Ngeno will be remembered for some things. Number one, he'll be remembered for championing Kalenjin music and artists, for mobilizing cultural festivals in Eldoret, for advocating for unity within his community, and for attempting to navigate tense political waters. That is what these leaders agree and will remember Ngeno for. Was Ngeno simply a cultural mobilizer fighting for his people, or was he caught in political crossfire beyond his control? Make sure that you drop your comments or your thoughts in the comments below. But remember to always subscribe to Havana Media for more deep political analysis and told stories and exclusive breakdowns. My name is Odor Billy, and this is Havana Media, informed, fearless, and unfiltered. Until next time, stay tuned for the next episode.